Hello everyone, welcome you in my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mohammad Sirajul Faizi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, LS College, Muzaffarpur. Friend, today in this video, I am going to talk about problem with Rutherford's nuclear model of the atom. In previous video, I already discussed about the Rutherford model. Now in this video, we will see the demerit of the model. So let us start. Friends, electrons are moving charge particles. Moving charge particle give off energy, give off energy. You know, therefore the atoms should constantly be giving off energy. And the electrons should crash into the nucleus and the atom collapse. So emission of energy by atom or atomic spectra, atoms which have gained extra energy release that energy in the form of light. The light atoms give off or gain is of very specific wavelength called a line spectrum. I repeat, the light atom give off or gain is of very specific wavelength called a line spectrum. I repeat, the light atoms give off or gain is of very specific wavelength called a line spectrum. Light given off emission spectrum, light energy gained absorption spectrum. Remember, light given off emission spectrum, light energy gained absorption spectrum. Extend to all regions of the electromagnetic spectrum. Each element has its own line spectrum which can be used to identify it. So, genesis of atomic spectrum. The line spectrum must be related to energy transitions in the atom. Absorptions, atom gaining energy. Emission, atom releasing energy. You know that this is very basic but important. Since all samples of an element give the exact same pattern of lines, every atom of that element must have only certain identical energy states, and we called the atom is quantized. I repeat, the atom is quantized. I repeat, the atom is quantized. If the atom could have all possible energies, then the results would be a continuous spectrum instead of lines. Now, after Rutherford's, Bohr explains Bohr's model. And what is Bohr models? Let us go through it. Explain a spectra of hydrogen. A big challenge. Energy of atom is related to the distance electron is from the nucleus. Energy of atom is quantized. I repeat, the energy of atom is quantized. Atom can only have certain specific energy. States they are called quantum level or energy level. Quantum level or energy level. When atom gain energy, right? When atom gains energy, electrons move to a higher quantum level. When atom loses energy, electrons move to a lower energy level. Lines in a spectrum, I repeat, lines in a spectrum correspond to the difference in energy between levels. Lines in a spectrum correspond to the difference in energy between levels. Remember it. Lines in a spectrum correspond to the difference in energy between levels. And that is the beauty of this model. So atoms have minimum energy called the ground states. Therefore, they do not crash into the nucleus. The ground state of hydrogen corresponds to having its one electron in an energy level that is closest to the nucleus, and that is important point. Next point is that energy level higher than the ground state are called excited states. The farther the energy level is from the nucleus, the higher its energy. So, friend, to put an electron in an excited state requires the addition of energy. What requires? Addition of energy. Remember, to the atom, bringing the electrons back to the ground state releases energy in the form of light. Distance between energy level decreases as the energy increases. Light given off in a transition from the second energy level to the first has a higher energy than light given off in a transition from the third to the second. Remember, the electrons orbit the nucleus much like planet orbiting the sun. So, first energy level can hold 2 electrons, second 8 electrons, and third 18 electrons. You know that. Farther from nucleus, more space, less repulsions. Farther from nucleus, I repeat, farther from nucleus, more space, less repulsion. The highest energy occupies ground state orbit is called valence shell. The highest energy occupied ground state orbit is called the valence shell. So problem with the Bohr's model only explains hydrogen system spectrum and other one electron system. Neglects interaction between the electrons. What neglect? Interaction between electrons. Assumes circular or elliptical orbits for electrons, which is not true. So wave mechanical model of it. So friend, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.